Hello friends, if you don't like spoilers, pause this video, go watch the Gaimin Gladiators vs EHOME series in the group stage of the Lima Major. We're going to be focusing on Game 2, but kind of knowing what happens in Game 1 affects Game 2. So, spoiler time now. This game caught my eye because it is only 14 minutes and 30 seconds. That's pretty rare in Pro Dota. So it always makes me curious, what happened, did Gaimin Gladiators just like outdraft them, play really well, or did EHOME making some mistakes? Let's find out. I think it starts with this draft. You have Lina. She's Lina. I don't know how much we need to explain that, but Lina Treant feels like a very strong opening to me. Now, Nature's Tusk, I think, is its own strong opening, but I don't know how I feel about it into the Lina. I think Tusk is good, but the Nature's, because this is their response to the Lina, and to be fair, no one has quite solved the Lina problem quite yet, so people are approaching with different ideas, so I'm not going to be like too harsh on it. I think the idea is that Lina farms really well, and then is pretty active going around, so out-tempo her with a Nature's Prophet potentially, who plays an even stronger lane in the right matchups, and then he can start rotating around faster than Lina can, so maybe you can kind of outpace her and restrict her map, get some kills on her by bringing in the numbers, and then Tusk, he's going to be a great support or core to set that kind of stuff up. Then you've got like a Disruptor who is also looking for that, right? Get ahead, stay ahead kind of hero. They left Batrider in, though, and I think Batrider's really good into Nature's Prophet, and just a very strong hero in the right game, and I feel like this is one of them. So coming into this last pick, Gaimin Gladiators picks Underlord, which I think is a really cool pick. It's kind of saying like, okay, you've got this Nature's, but we're just going to put an Underlord there, and what are you going to do about it? Because of his passive, there's not much. So I really like this Underlord as a lane response, but also his Fiend's Gate allows him to globally respond. So, okay, you're trying to get a lot of stuff done with his Natures, and this like Disruptor Tusk combo and the Queen Mobility early burst, well, we'll just bring in Underlord to all those fights and a Boots of Travel Batrider. So what are you going to do about that? So EHOME ends up taking a Carry Legion Commander as their final pick, and I kind of like the idea, but I think there's a lot of pressure on this hero. So the common approach to Lina right now is to get close, pierce BKB, and kill her. So Legion's going to do that with the duel. Lina does a lot of damage. Do that damage to yourself, Lina. Blade Mail, right? So you'll get duel kills, and Lina will just struggle if you get ahead of her in this matchup, potentially, I think is the idea. You also have a Dispel, so the Treant ult, Dispel. The Batrider ult, Dispelled. The Underlord route, Dispelled. I think there's a lot of cool things with this, but it means that Legion's Commander's game has to be good. Otherwise, they're going to struggle a lot because this is their last pick. Gaimin Gladiators does a lane swap, and they bring the Underlord to the Nature's Prophet. He's going to go an EQE build, which Nature's usually wins his lane through annoying harass with the Treants, does a lot of right clicks, and now you've got this Underlord who's like, I'm being tickled, and I'm getting stronger every time I kill these Treants. So the Treants suddenly like having a little like midlife crisis. They're not filling the role they usually do, and they don't know what their purpose is. So I think it's a really cool use of this Underlord, and it does bring your Lina into the top lane, but Lina Treant, a very strong lane, and then LC Disruptor, kind of an awkward lane in my opinion. Both like individually can be strong heroes, but together it's like kind of awkward, that synergy, I feel. So this lane's going to be fine. EHOME, throughout this lane, they're going to try to do stuff, but I think many of the executions just don't end up quite as clean as they need to be. So the starting lane is fine, and then EHOME starts things off with a very early gank from the Nature's Prophet rotating in, but Disruptor's actually going to die first. So Gaimin Gladiators gets the first blood gold. Your carry Lina is dying, but this is going to be the start of giving Underlord a lot of space as a result, and also this Batrider, right? Because if you're harassing this lane, you're not bothering mid, you're not bothering this Underlord. So, one time is maybe okay, but they try again shortly after. They bring 4 heroes into this gank, and it is going to succeed. They're going to kill this Lina, but that's 4 heroes. That's quite a lot, right? So this Underlord is just kind of like doing what he wants, tons of denies, doing perfectly fine for himself. And it doesn't look crazy right now, but it's also just 4 minutes. So this is starting to build up, and we're going to see that going forward. Legion does come down here because Nature's has TP top twice. He can't keep rotating around like that because it's still pretty early in the game. He doesn't have the teleport rotations. Legion gets surprised by this Lina coming down here as well. Doesn't die, gets out, pretty low health though, and that's gonna matter as Underlord heads top. It seems like, maybe laning is getting back to usual, but EHOME does not let up, and again, they bring 4 heroes for a gank, but Elsie was still really low from that last engage we watched, and so she actually ends up dying first. They are going to get the hoodwink kill, but you are so happy with this on Gaimin Gladiators, because you just got ganked by 4 heroes, and you killed the enemy carry, and your carry didn't even die until now. But even this attempt is not that clean either, and so now your offlaner's dying. This support super low is going to end up dying to the tower and some creeps. None of these plays are going quite as cleanly as they should. And I don't even know if I can say that, because making these kind of plays this early in the game, like, it's not easy to make them that, like, clean and, I don't know. I think EHOME's getting caught up in, like, trying to pressure too much. Because in the meantime, you've got this Underlord just, like, free farming, and he's getting really early item timings. With these early timings, as EHOME tries to make more things happen, you've got a level 6 Underlord who gets to come in, help get a kill. He's like, all right, bye guys, I'm going back top. I want to farm here again. Because he's just been given this space. So much time has been spent on Lina, none of them going quite as well as they need to. So you can see Lina's not even been bothered that much. In fact, LC's been bothered more than the Lina has. So we're going to start a series of events here that lead to the early GG. Batrider is going to kill Legion. It was a 3-man rotation. They got the kill, they got out. That's kind of what EHOME was hoping for all their other ganks. So they're going to try to respond here. Okay, LC died, but that's 3 heroes. Let's try to kill mid and take this tower. So they bring in these heroes, but they're ready. You see all these rotations coming in real quick. So they do pick up the Treant. And in return, getting kind of wrecked. Huge pit there, big bushwhack. Just every time they try something, they're actually losing more heroes. It feels like, I think they just tried to do too much. And as a result, Gaimin Gladiators being very efficient on the farm. Every time they're bringing multiple heroes, it means other lanes are free, and this net worth difference is just adding up. Legion Commander finishes her blink. It's on the way here at 12:30, and I don't know. Let's go. Group. Nope, not the Quap. Okay, me and Disruptor, we go top. We go mid. With Queen of Pain. No. What? Where are we going? Right? I don't know. I don't know what happened here. I don't mean to flame and be offensive, but this was very strange. This was a lot of time wasted. Over 30 seconds she's had this blink, and as a carry, that's like 300, 400 gold that you could have farmed in the meantime. Lina's doing that. She's just farming. So now they smoke, now they go. If they had done this 30 seconds earlier, you maybe do catch the Lina here, because you get close to the 13 minutes, the Lina is finishing off the camps, waiting for the next set to spawn, maybe she's stacking, but you get here at 13 minutes, and I don't even know that Gaimin Gladiators knew this gank was coming. Well, they did, because they saw Legion like walking around this ward a couple times, ring around the Rosie, so they knew the blink was there, but then nothing was happening. This smoke actually happened out of sight, but she's just done farming. She's just going to go look for more farm. So they end up missing this gank, which would have worked. Getting the Lina back here on her own, 3v1, that would have been a kill. But instead, they try to look for another target. Now it's under the towers. It's harder. They find the Batrider, but at this point, we've got a lot of levels in living armor, making this kill very difficult. The Batrider himself's pretty tanky because he's on his way to his BKB already, has the raindrops. Underlord ults in, has the Greaves done thanks to all the gold he's gotten from the kills he's been part of, that Legion kill top and then that team fight mid. So he pops the Greaves, keeps his whole team alive. We've got some sound issues here, sorry. It sounds like defeat, just imagine that. But this is another play that EHOME tried to start and ended up with 4 of their teammates dying. So from here, they're going to call GG. I think the issue here is that one, there's some draft issues, but honestly, I could see it working, but they tried to do too much too early. Here, this sound is just bugging me more than it's probably bugging you. I think they tried to do much too early. They gave too much space to the enemy heroes, so that like this Legion, who was their focal point, their last pick, who's gonna counter the Lina, counter with the dispels, she's just struggling on all of these. And I'm not just like flaming the Legion. I think it's like a whole team movement thing, So I think that just made it really hard for EHOME, and maybe it's a bit of tilt here, calling the GG pretty early. The last game they also called at 24 minutes. To be fair, they were 15k down, but they hadn't lost a tier 2 yet, but they did just lose a big fight by their tier 2, so they're probably going to lose chunks of the base. So coming off of that game into this game, maybe they just felt that like mental strain, it's like, it's not worth it, because from here it's really tough. The only way to recover is that you need to avoid the enemy and do a lot of split pushing, and that's going to be tough against a Treant who's got the living armor. He's going to pick up a shard, and the Hoodwink lives in the trees as well. So you never know when a support is potentially setting up on you for a Fiend's Gate, for a Boots of Travel, Lasso, Lina, also Boots of Travel. So split pushing is going to be really hard. You're going to need to do smoke ganks, but we've been kind of seeing that's really difficult. The enemy heroes are just all really tough to kill, and to get these kills, you're going to need to bring multiple cores, and that gets really suspicious. So Gaimin Gladiators can just play really safe once they notice like Legion, Quap, Tusk, and Disrupt are all missing, right? This draft, I think, needs to get ahead and push it. And in that sense, like, I think it was kind of cool to see these heroes. It just didn't pan out. I think the laning stage just did not go the way. I really think that lane swap was great, and then just too much early activity instead of like get some of these items first and then start doing things. But like Disruptor from behind sucks. Legion from behind, especially as a carry who needs dual kills to scale, sucks. Quap's like maybe like in an okay spot relative to the game, but she's also a hero that doesn't really want to play behind. Nature's, none of these heroes are really meant to like lose and then come back, though they have some like ways to do it. So I kind of get it. I get why EHOME GG's out, even though it's early. Maybe you could play it out further, but it might still be a loss. So I won't really judge one way or the other. Hope you liked that breakdown. Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Bye.